morning, summer officially over. It's time for autumn football, and we're underway on EA Sports. This will be taken very short. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
On the ground with Bryce Love, the former Stanford Cardinal. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
56, Mike, 56, right there, 56.
Mayfield on play action. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. Not the best of starts here offensively. You're back home. You lost a couple games in a row, and here's an early 3-and-out to start things off.
And I think they were counting on being at home and having the home crowd carry them along a little bit to help things get better. But the bottom line is you don't get the crowd involved until you play better. They've got to create some first downs, some big plays, things of that nature to make sure that the crowd is right there with them.
56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike.
Hey, Zoo.
I'm coming.
On fourth down, they snap it to Mayfield. This is caught. It's Cooks. Fourth down, no problem. 19 yards that time, and now it's 1st and 10.
Well, peel back the curtain, partner. We've got a pretty good look into how they plan to play this game. Aggressive seems to be the word. Going for it on fourth down in that situation.
Yeah, opening drive. Now, we know this coaching staff, they have traits of aggression in their history, but what a start to this game. They're going for it.
Yeah, a lot of people might say reckless, but they got it. 1 for 1 on fourth down here early in the game.
Now a first down run is sniffed out from the start as they'll drop him for a loss of 4. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Mayfield has got his man. It's Andrews. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here.
Here we go.
Hurry! Hey, alert, 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 alert! Hey, wahoo!
And again, it's Mayfield. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Andrews. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 40. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on third down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes, you still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count. I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So second catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. He's got daylight. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Charger TD. Short throw pick six right there, those linebackers. They love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
This will be taken short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it out past the 30. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football.
Pressure comes and down goes Baker Mayfield. Montez Sweat just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Throwing on second and long. Mayfield.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. As an inside linebacker, got to be a little bit more poised.
No doubt about it, because they get a little bit of flexibility, especially when they're trying to stuff a gap. You know, we get that double A gap look. This time he got too eager and got too deep into the backfield.
They'll run. It's Miller. And he's not going to get the first. I don't even think he made it back to the line of scrimmage. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game, and the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Throwing now is Mahomes. That's out to Chubb, complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give him 15 yards on that one, and a Charger first down. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. This is caught. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
Play clock down to 5, and they're going to burn a timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on fourth, turned it over in their own. And he's going to be brought down back at his own 6-yard line. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Mike.
Hey, back up.
Check 55.
Now Mayfield. And he coughs up the football near his own goal line.
Get him, boy. Yeah, that's how we do, D.
Second quarter from Oakland, the homestanding Raiders with the football here as they've got it with a 3rd down and long coming up. Second quarter from Oakland, the homestanding Raiders with the football here as they've got it with a 3rd down and long coming up. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And they'll mark him down right around the 9, just shy of the 10. Call it a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team going to need to be summoned here on 4th down.
I'm not so crazy about where they decided to run that play, but I like the play itself because if you continue to run it and show it, you're going to create openings that you hope to exploit later in the game.
Mike,
Hurry!
55.
Bud!
I'm coming after you.
Hey, check right. Watch 55.
Squeeze, double. Slam. He's crashing.
King!
Check 4.
My touch!
They're indeed going. It's Mayfield. Pressure comes and down goes Baker Mayfield. Montez Sweat. And an utter disaster as the ball's going to go over on downs at the 2-yard line. Now this is a nice little gift wrap situation as they take over 1st and goal. They'll give it to Chubb. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll try again with Chubb. And a good job by the Raider defense yet again as they drop him for a 2nd straight loss. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Alert flare.
0-15.
Tight dog. You go tight. You got tight.
64, weak. Hey, 43.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. How crucial will those 5 yards be? We'll see as they come up again here, 3rd and goal.
Yellow.
Charlie. 54. Mike 54.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. This will be caught at about the 5. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. A terrific job there to keep him out of the end zone. And now it'll be 4th and goal. Now Justin Tucker's out to try the field goal. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through. And the lead moves to 10-zip. They took it all the way to the 1, but in the end, opt for 3.
Just doesn't sound right, does it? If you get all the way down to the 1-yard line, isn't that supposed to be a play in the end zone that culminates in a touchdown for your team?
And per usual, it felt like the guys on the sideline wanted to go ahead and go for it.
Of course they did, but of course head coach, It defers back to him, and he made the decision, let's get 3 out of this, make sure we get some points.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Mayfield into a double team, and it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And he works free. And it's a terrific return here as he's going to have them set up with a 1st and goal right at about the 6-yard line. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? Looking to find a lane, but he can't rein in at the line of scrimmage.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Again, McCaffrey. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Well, they've gotten it down to the 3, but now this is 3rd and goal. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here. So they opted to pass for it on 3rd and goal. Let's see what they do on 4th and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on 4th and goal. So they've got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now. No field goal here.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal. Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. First down, Mayfield. And he's got his man on the out route. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well. Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. He gets it to Cooks. 7 yards to pick up on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Going to the air again with Mayfield. Completes it to Miller. And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
First and 10 at the
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Hey, alert!
54's Mike. 54's Mike.
They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
On 2nd and 10, Mayfield looking left side. Andrews with it complete. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive.
Pistol.
Mike spot 4. Mike spot 4. Mike.
Hey, Haywood.
Mayfield with it once more. And that will be incomplete.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Here's Matthew McCrane now for the field goal try. Spotted at the left hash, this from 45. And it is good. Oh, that one looked to be in trouble the whole way, but it does get over the bar. And they will indeed get on the board here, but still trailing. It's now 13-3. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
at their own 24-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Mike 51. Hey, Rnfl. Hey, let's go. Come, crowd. You ain't going nowhere.
High 7, let's go. 51. I don't even know why this team showed up. Mike 51, Mike.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
180.
Check 56.
Pick me up. Here we go.
Following the interception, Mayfield. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
They'll take over first and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Man, that's trash. That's trash.
Watch the safety. Hey, 57.
Shit. Recon, 132 fight.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter. This is taken at his 4. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
Here we go.
The Charger drive about to get going. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. DK Metcalf. His 5th touchdown now on the year. For the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Now Tucker to add the PAT. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
On second down now, McClendon, and he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Check 52.
They'll keep it on the ground. McClendon, and he coughed it up, and picked up by the Chargers. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Chubb on first down, not going to go anywhere as he'll lose 3 on that one. Well, they had stopped him for a loss on the run anyway, so they'll decline that.
It's almost a good psychological advantage, isn't it? You created a penalty, and you still couldn't gain yards against us. No way we need to take that one.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
Let's go, defense. Hey, man up, D. Man up, D.
Now Mahomes. This one into the hands of Metcalf. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down. Now here's Mahomes. He lets this one fly toward the back of the... He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. DK Metcalf. His 2nd touchdown of the night. And the fumble recovery leads to 6 points for the Chargers. Tucker with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is taken at his 4. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over The other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
They're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
The penalty moves him into the red zone here on 1st and 10. Oh, fighting off the defender. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. They run it again with Chubb. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So that one is his 3rd of the game. Now, if you're wondering, that's only halfway to his career high, as he once had 6 field goals.
Brandon, 6? Let's hope we don't get that again, please. Can we see a few touchdowns here and there?
That'd be nice.
Let's go. At their own 26-yard line.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Mayfield down. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
180. Brings up 3rd and 6.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett.
When the offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland 1st down. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. To throw, Mayfield. And that's complete to Cooks. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Here's Mayfield. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And picked up by the Chargers. Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. And now off to the races down the right side. And he takes it back to the house. It's a fumble recovery and a Charger touchdown. And he has great speed, defensive back speed. Once he got it and took off, there was no catching it.
And I know every team tells you to hustle no matter what the play, but there was no chance of catching him. Maybe if it had been a defensive tackle running with the ball, but not in this case.
This will be taken very short. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line.
Let's go. 35-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them. The coaches from all the way up here, they were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
Regular.
To throw again on 2nd down. Mayfield going for the deep ball. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. The Raiders on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 4.
Kill.
Mayfield looks to throw. Pressure comes and down goes Baker Mayfield. Joey Bosa in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
Hey, alert 33.
Now Mayfield on 4th down. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now a dump off here complete. And now Miller hit, and he fumbles.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get them home. The next.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row. There were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they would.
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Gonna need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. Mahomes gonna throw. That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
I got this. Hey, switch gears.
Hey, 57.
Mahomes now on 1st down. Going up top. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
Mahomes now on 1st down. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. Has a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other. But it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Draw play. This is Miller. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Mayfield. He's going to let it fly. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. A shotgun handoff now to Miller. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a 1st down as well.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Point it right, point it right, point it right. Hey, box drop, box drop.
Mayfield now from the 50. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Now Mayfield. Gonna throw right side here, complete. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 18. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. The Chargers going to signal for the 1st of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
56.
Mayfield on 1st down. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Extra point by McCrane, up and good. And the lead drops from 34 down to 27. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Charger drive about to get going. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Now a nice play defensively on 1st down as this is knocked away and incomplete. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some 1st downs, just as good as running the football. A gain there of 30 big ones. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Interesting, Mahomes wants to throw it. He's got the 1st down here inside the 30 and down to the 28-yard line. So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors.